Are we ever going to cruise again?
Oh, look, Baz. No boating today, mate.
Oh man. Red flags.
Oh no.
Spring. Oh yes, you've guessed it. Reds.
Yeah. How is that?
Literally, will we ever cruise again?
Middle of April.
Apparently we've just been speaking to somebody who was speaking to a local lockkeeper, and yeah, the weather and stream is looking like mid-April until
Could be
we
another
can
3 weeks.
go out again. So last night it was blowing a hoolie, as they say.
Oh, it was bad.
So
Yeah, it was
windy.
proper windy.
And we had some friends over and we had a power cut, which is fine. Obviously we've got our leisure batteries on the boat, which are now new as well, but the problem with that is our lights were flickering,
Yeah, it was weird.
which was really weird.
I think it kept coming back on and off and on and off. So
and then the marina was plunged into darkness. So yeah, last night we had a power cut, and you can see these posts here. They've got little lights on top, and this was in pitch black. There was literally no power, so you couldn't see anything. Luckily we've got hats with lights on, and Rich has got a really strong torch, because otherwise it could have been a bit of a catastrophe. So yeah, not only did we, well, I didn't, Richard and our friends have to negotiate the darkness going back to the
Pitch
car
black
park
down the
for
pontoon.
them going home.
That's all right.
We then realised, obviously, there are electric gates to the entrance of the marina.
Uh-oh.
Thank goodness. Basically, the power had gone off when the gates were half open.
Yeah, so they were stuck.
So our friends could get out. Otherwise, they would still be here.
You could get out through the gate, through the little walk-through gates.
But
'cause
they
the
obviously
maglocks
were in a
had gone,
car.
But you couldn't slide the big gate back.
No. So, yeah, that would
But
have
they
been
got
fun.
out.
But they got out, yeah.
Yeah, but it was a bad night, wasn't it?
It was a bad night. There was massive bangs in the night where we were being blown into the mooring post, like the big pole at the front. So Richard's had to be out there this morning, tying more fenders.
And we got fenders everywhere down that side
yeah,
now,
literally.
just so that we don't keep smashing into things.
Richard did a whole melodramatic re-description of it this morning, saying, I got thrown out of bed. No, he
It
didn't.
was.
It wasn't that bad.
6:50. It was. It rolled me over. Honestly. I was like...
It was loud. It was loud.
Then I thought, I'll go back to sleep. It's too early. I'm going back to sleep. We had a late night. And then 2 minutes later, we did it again.
It did.
So I just got up. But I can't deal with this. Getting up.
No.
I thought a boat had come over the top of us.
So even though, again, we can't go out, I feel like I'm literally playing the same record over and over again. We have been productive.
But I did the water.
Well, yeah, you're right. So you're filling up with water right now. That's like not really
It is.
amazing.
Deckhand
but,
job. It's
yeah.
busy. I'm busy.
But we did this course, Introduction to the Tidal Thames. So you guessed it, where we're going to plan to go this year.
Smash
If we
London.
ever get out. It's to the tidal Thames. Oh my word.
What?
Well, we did a journey planner, didn't we? Well, we thought you just hop on and off you go.
How did you think that?
Well, I did.
The tide goes out, there's no water.
But all these like tide planning and maths and
It's easy.
navigating when Richmond Weir is down so we can go through and
The height of Hammersmith Bridge
yeah.
that you've forgotten about.
And our
haven't
draft. Hang on, no, that was boat height, boat draft plus. No, I can't remember.
you? Didn't need
The
boat
calculation. Yeah, hang on.
draft. Air draft.
Air draft, that's it. Air draft plus something. Mine. Air draft plus.
She's cheating now.
Height of tide
Yeah.
plus air draft minus bridge height.
Equals what?
Whether you can get under.
Clearance.
As I said, if you can get under.
But then that clearance you got to take off.
Of the.
No, I'm just winding you up.
Oh, see
That's how
that?
much you got left.
Yeah, okay.
But then you got to watch out for the surge height.
Yeah. And apparently there's sandbanks as well that you can get stuck on.
Oh yeah, on the bends.
Oh, I didn't know all
There's
of this
sandbanks
stuff.
out here that I miss.
Oh,
You don't know about them, do
no,
you?
no.
Don't remember the white boat last year that undertook us?
Oh, I do.
And I was
yes.
like, oh, that's a mistake. And he
Yeah.
just went,
And they got, yeah, he got
stuck
stuck
on
on
the
the sandbank.
sandbank,
He
yeah.
did, yeah, you're right,
He
yeah.
didn't have the patience to wait for us to get around.
No. So,
Or listen to us.
anyway, that will be an adventure and a good video when we
Yeah,
do
it'll
that,
be.
whenever that will be. You don't know.
June.
Yeah, we'll definitely wait for the nice weather.
Yeah, I'm going
Fingers
to go
crossed.
midweek,
Yeah, apparently
In the
Saturday
morning.
is the busiest day for
Saturday and Sunday.
other vessels and stuff. So we'll definitely try midweek.
Uber boats. and-
Yeah. So the plan is we'll leave Teddington.
We'll leave here to go to Teddington.
Oh yeah, we'll leave obviously Shepperton to go to Teddington.
Next day,
Next day we'll set off.
2.5 hours before high tide at Richmond.
Yep. What he said.
Yeah,
And we're going to try and get all the way to Limehouse.
21 miles.
Yeah. Then you can go into the lock at Limehouse and more up there. Don't know how long we'll stay.
I don't know.
No, and then
Night or
basically
two.
turn around and do it all the way back again. But what we're trying to research at the moment, so which is quite tricky to find out, and something that our instructor didn't mention either, was if there are stops between Teddington and Limehouse if you don't make it, because basically if you miss the tides and they shut the lock and one thing and
They
another,
only
you
keep
can't
the-
get in.
Yeah, they only keep the Limehouse open for 4-hour slot.
Yeah,
Oh, it's less than that, isn't it? It's a 3-hour slot.
Something
it's an hour
like
and a
that,
half,
yeah.
isn't it? So it's only a 3-hour slot from high tide, and it's a half hour before and half hour after.
yeah,
So you've got that window of opportunity to get in, and if you miss that, they shut the gates and
Yeah.
you can't get in
no,
because you can't go over the sill.
no.
So then you're like, okay.
Yeah. And we have been watching some other YouTube vloggers that have done it.
Yeah, it can be done.
Some successful, some not successful. So we're trying to research if there are stops along the way, just in case, basically, for a plan B, C and D type of thing. So if
Yeah.
you actually can point us in the direction of where
There's
you
piers,
find
isn't there?
said information, that would be really helpful. Quick update on my little mini daffodils for those who follow us on social media. Look, they're growing! So the instructor got us to download an app. It's called Navionics. But if you search for that, if you've got iPhone and you search for that in the app store, it doesn't come up. It's boating and something or other. So it's easier to Google Navionics, which takes you to the website and shows you
And
where
then
you
go
can
through.
download
You have to
it,
pay for that,
basically.
though.
Yeah, it's a
I don't know how
payable
much it
app.
is, so,
You said it was 40 quid a year, but I
Right.
don't know.
But that's Google.
Yeah,
It's
so
just Google navigation for
yeah,
the river.
and he said the good thing about that is you can sort of zoom in and you can see actually exactly where you are on the river.
Yeah, because you've got to follow the channel.
Yeah,
When the tide's going out, you've got to be in that channel, otherwise it can be inches deep.
yeah,
And that's where your sandbars come in and
Yeah.
you're stuck there until next high tide.
yeah, that's right.
And yeah, don't want that.
No, and you mentioned another app, didn't you, that the other guy on our course didn't know about that was quite helpful.
Oh, that's the canal one.
What's it called?
What, the open canal map?
Canal map. So that's just a handy app
Loads.
to have as well. That does everywhere.
That
doesn't
does
it,
all
basically?
the canals.
Yeah.
It does the Thames. It's quite good on the Thames. It does show you where the channel is.
Yeah.
But we've also got River Thames app.
Yeah.
That's a really good one, actually. Isn't
Yeah.
it? That's good for working out distances and locks and stuff.
Yeah.
And we've got Port of London Authority, PLA.
That was the other one, PLA app. Yeah.
That's the main one for London.
And that gives you, is it live update information? Yeah, it is.
Tidal,
isn't it?
live tidals.
Tides.
Yeah. If you go on here, I'm still on the wrong page, but there you go. That tells you there.
Yeah. So.
It's really good. So, yeah.
And it has like predicted tides, and then what the tides actually are, like heights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think Richard probably gets it better than I do.
That's 5.48 metres.
Ooh, you probably do know, but to go on the tidal Thames, you have to wear life jackets. You need an anchor.
Anchor.
And you should have a VHF radio. There seems to be conflicting advice because he told us if you were over 50 tonnes you needed a VHF radio, but you saw somewhere else it was in footage, didn't you? The size
45
of your
foot.
boat. Yeah, so
But
we're going to get
We'll
one
have one
anyway,
anyway.
and Richard's actually going to do his radio course fairly soon, aren't you? So
we'll have that. We'll have the radio. And the radio gives you alerts as well.
yeah,
It gives you basically traffic updates
Yeah.
every half hour.
whilst you're travelling along.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
can just listen to them.
And then the other thing we learned as well is on the bridges there are amber lights to say that you can go.
Navigation channels.
Yeah. That doesn't mean you can't necessarily go through other arches on bridges, but I think you'd probably just stick to the amber
you
ones.
can't guarantee them.
And then he told us, and this was quite interesting because we watched Making New Memories trip on the tidal Thames, and we noticed this light, but it didn't sort of correlate with what our instructor said.
Waited.
Yeah, so basically it was a flashing white light above the bridge, and he said if you see a flashy white light, what did he say?
Run away.
Yeah, not actually run away, but basically
You can't go through there.
you can't go through because it means a big vessel with...
It could be one of the barges, a 100-ton barge
Yeah.
with all the rubbish coming out of London, and they have transponders on
That
their
was
boats.
it, transponder.
So as they get near the bridge, the white light starts flashing. So anyone coming towards that bridge will know to turn around and hold position
Yeah,
and wait for this big barge to come through because he cannot stop
no.
and he can't really turn around out of the way.
But on the video we watched, that white light was flashing. Don't know if you noticed it. And there was nothing on the other side. So
it could have already gone
I suppose
through.
it could have done, yeah,
But-
it might have done. So imminent plans, fingers crossed, weather dependent.
Oh,
I feel
come
like I curse myself because every week I say, oh, well, maybe we'll get out next week. So we've got some time off over Easter and we are hoping to head towards Cookham again. Yeah, let's hope we
Yeah, we'll
can.
get there.
I'm hoping so. We're sort of, 10th of April-ish time then, aren't we?
Is that when we're going?
Something like that.
Oh,
Maybe.
They said it's middle of April.
Yeah. So everybody, fingers crossed for us.
Hopefully the long range weather forecasts are all wrong
Yeah.
and their flow data on the Thames is a bit
Yeah.
out. Otherwise we won't be going anyway.
No, that could
get
be
back to
sad.
work.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So anyway, if like us, you are missing cruising, because we are, we're going to leave this video with a bit of footage of cruising towards Cookham and just how beautiful it is.
Yeah.